Welcome to Crypthority. This is a YouTube channel dedicated to providing information and education on cryptocurrency to help you make well-informed decisions. All right, so today we are going to look at a very, very interesting topic. But before we jump right into it, I want us to have a life jacket on. I'm not a financial advisor. Kindly regard everything in here as education and for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to introduce today's video or topic with a very interesting picture. But before that, I will say that this may be the most crucial thing you will learn in cryptocurrency. So please buckle up and then let's get ready for this ride. Alright, so I'm going to introduce it with a very interesting picture. So let's go jump into the picture. Right. So this is interesting, isn't it? That's what I've tagged it. Now, this is a crypto noob asking for help. A noob is simply like a newbie. Okay, so you can see this newbie is sinking in the world of in the crypto space because this space is full of so much information and so many concepts that if you don't take time, you may just be lost within that. So a crypto OG approaches coming to help, and what we see, a high five. We say is do your own research. And there we see our newbie going down and sinking. So this is a very interesting picture and just simplifies exactly what is going on in the crypto space. Do your own research is one of the most popular things or phrases said in this space. This video is here to tell us how to do your own research. Exactly what do you look at? What are the indicators? Do you just follow YouTube channels and who share coins, or you follow what is trending? Or you can make time to actually do your own research to be a crypto maestro yourself, right? So that anytime you are buying any coin, you exactly know why you are doing so, when to do so, and when to get out. All right, so without wasting more time, let's go right into the video. And I have some slides here. We are going to guide us. Okay, so introduction. We are going to start with our introduction. So introduction says that why is it important to do your own research in crypto, right? So let me say that when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's arguably nothing more important than do your own research. But this is easier said than done. You know, who has the time to really do their due diligence with any given crypto project when they are looking for quick gains? You understand? So after all, there's so much information out there, and it can be hard to really figure out what's real, what is fake, what is just trending, or mere hopium. However, if you are serious about your cryptocurrency aspirations, you are going to need to learn how to do your own research. It is very easy to buy or sell in cryptocurrency. Really, it's really, really easy. It's just a matter of clicking buttons, okay, or just looking at some coins and you just go to the buy and sell and click the button. But what is more important is knowing when to buy or sell, and what is most important is why you buy or sell. So doing research will help you figure out which cryptocurrencies to buy and which ones to sell, when to buy and when to sell, and which ones are complete red flags that you need to stay away from. All right, so in this video, I'm going to teach you the art of doing your own research. Now, if this sort of knowledge is what you are looking for, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, ping that notification bell so that you are alerted anytime I post a video. You can also use the timestamps below to jump around the various aspects of today's tutorial. But I will say that kindly do well to stick and stay throughout so that you don't miss any important information. So with that all out of the way, let's jump right into it. First of all, let me tell you the primary reason for covering this topic. A lot of people come into this crypto space chasing shiny objects and end up investing in shitcoins and getting wrecked. But more often than not, they have no understanding of the project they are investing in. All they are concerned about is that they want times 100 of their return of their investments. And truth is, that will surely come when you do a proper research. So another advantage is that you won't find yourself in pump and dump schemes, but you rather invest in sustainable and innovative projects in the long term. Really, really important. I believe that sustainability and innovation of any project in this crypto space is really key, because this is technology, it is dynamic, and many interesting things emerge day in, day out. So for today's video, there are going to be 4 main steps in doing your own research. And to make it very relatable, I'm going to use an example, so that we are going to take an example of a cryptocurrency, and that is going to aid us to do our own research. So let's assume that I stumbled upon this cryptocurrency and I want to find out if this is really a good project. You can replace this particular cryptocurrency with anyone that you wish, or you have seen, or you are interested in. Okay, so kindly note that this is just for educative purposes only. Okay, this is not financial advice. This is just for illustrative purposes only. So please take note of that. And this is not in any way a sponsored video. All right, so we are going to use, let's go to Coinmarketcal, and let me introduce you to what we are going to be using for example. Okay, so seeing some life back into the markets. So this is our projects we're going to be using. We're going to be evaluating this project called Tezos. Its ticker name is XTZ, and the token is called Tez. Right. So you're going to go deep into this coin, this project, evaluate it, and see if you stumbled upon this project. Is this a project you should go into? And what exactly is it about? So that you can make a very good decision. All right. So the first step, let's look at the first step in this entire process. What is the first step? The first step is step 1. Sorry about that. All right. So the first step is here. The first step in doing your own cryptocurrency research is figuring out whether the crypto you are interested in is economically active. So there are going to be 2 tools you are going to use to assist us. Finding out if the particular cryptocurrency is economically active is very, very important, because the thing is that you can hear about a promising cryptocurrency, but the truth is it may be dead a long time ago. It's no longer alive, so you need to actually know if it's economically active. There are 2 tools that we're going to use, as I said, Coinmarketcal, which we are all very, very used to, and then Coingecko. So I'm going to use Coinmarketcal for this illustration. On your own, you can also use Coingecko to do the same thing. Okay, so we can either use the application, or I want us to use a website so that we could just go into that. So I have Coinmarketcal opened up. So this is Coinmarketcal, right? Here, it's a data aggregator for almost all cryptocurrencies that we have. Yeah, so this is it. So we're going to go straight and look for Tezos. We can also type it in the search button. Okay, so this is Tezos. So let's search for it. And kindly note that this is for illustrative purposes. So whatever coin you come across, whatever project you come across, you can just do the same thing. Okay, just replace it with this, and then you can continue. Kindly do well to take notes as we go along, so that you could just follow up the video and you don't need to rewatch it over and over again. But watching it again will really do you much good. All right, so let's scroll down a little bit here. The first thing you are going to check out to see if a particular coin is economically active is that we are going to check the trading volume. Okay, the trading volume. This is really important. So we are going to find that as the stats. Let's go to the stats. So let's look at the trading volume. Okay, here you're going to find some very vital information. Okay, but we are interested in the volume, the 24-hour trading volume, and this is it. Okay, so we realize that the 24-hour trading volume is about over $630 million, and that looks healthy. That is just over 24 hours. Over $600 million is healthy. So this gives us an indicator that this project is actually alive. Just imagine that you go and check the 24-hour trading volume and it's about $4,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. that sends some signals that that particular project is not so economically active. So kindly look out for this particular indicator. So first indicator to know whether it's economically active, we come and check the trading volume. The next thing is that we would like to see whether the price action of this particular coin is resonating with the volume we are seeing. So let's come down. We can just use this chart to look at it. Okay, so this is the daily time frame, and we can see some good price action that we've seen. It's cool. It's really healthy. So I think that is it with that. So you look at the first thing you look at is you come and check out for the volume, the trading volume. Okay, looks good. And then you come and look at the price action. If you want to do a more intense price action, you can choose to use trading view and all. Let's look at trading view. So so here we can see the candles nicely. Okay, so so I think this is a good price action, and you can see the volume here too. All right, so this is what we are going to do to check if it's economically active. So with these two things in view, we are moving to the next indicator, okay, to see if it's economically active. The next indicator we are going to look at is we are going to look at the markets that is listed on. And for here, what we are very, very particular about is that we need to check if it is listed on at least one reputable exchange, okay, one reputable exchange. And so let's find out the markets that Tezos is. So with this, you're going to find it here. Market, we click on that. So these are all the markets that Tezos is listed on. And then we know that some reputable exchanges, number one, Binance, the most used or the most popular or the one with the highest volume. We have so many others like Coinbase, Kraken, Huobi, so many other exchanges, and these ones I'm mentioning are specifically centralized. Okay, so it is really great if at least we have it on a centralized exchange also. So looking at this list, we can see that Tezos is listed on, has a really long list of exchanges, and this is a good indication, okay, because anytime you're ready to liquidate whatever you buy or sell, you have a ready market to do that. Okay, so that is the first thing. The next thing is that you want to check the volume on these markets and see if they are actually active, as in it's really active. So we look at the volumes on the various exchanges, and this is where you're going to look at it. Look at the volumes here, and the volumes are nice, they are healthy, and this is going to help us look at that. So you see high, moderate, high. The ones with the high confidence shows that there's enough liquidity there, and you could trade and buy and sell with no issues. Okay, so it's very, very important to look at that. So going through, you will see that almost all the exchanges are high. OKX is low, and then another one is moderate, and you move down. But on the whole, you would see that most of these exchanges are high, and that is another very good indicator. So the first thing we came to look at the trading volume. The next thing we looked and checked for the price action. We are now looking at if it's actually listed on at least one reputable exchange, and also we are also going to check the volumes on these exchanges to see if it's really good, if it's really something worthwhile. Now I mentioned that we are looking at centralized exchanges, but the only thing about this is that if it's not listed on any centralized exchange, okay, and maybe there are tokens which were built on the ERC20 ERC20 network or the BSC network or something like that. Most of these projects are being traded exclusively on the DEXs, right? Like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, JoeSwap, and all that. The only thing is that you have to proceed with caution. If the only places the projects you are looking at are listed on DEXs, okay, it is because these decentralized exchanges do not exactly have any listing criteria or requirements, right? But this does not certainly write off the project. It's just something that you need to keep in mind going forward. Okay, so these are the factors we need to look at to see if this is economically active. Judging from where I stand, I feel like this project here is economically active. Do same for whatever project you discover. Check the volume, check the price action, check the markets on which it's listed on, check the volumes on these markets. Also, take note to proceed with caution if it's only listed on decentralized exchanges. All right, so one thing you need to keep in mind is that the the recent price action and all these things is not good enough reason for us to go all in. Okay, so we need to also look at other factors, but this is the first step to check if it's economically active. Now, once you have established that this crypto is economically active, it is next to go to the next step, right? So let's go check out what the next step is about. Okay, we find that here. So we have seen that the first step. All right, so the first step we've seen is checking if it's economically active. So let's move to the second step. What is the second step really about? Now, the second step says that you need to find out what this crypto is and how it works. Okay, what this crypto is and how it works. So after you have ascertained if it is economically active, you're going to check what exactly this crypto is. How does it work? Coinmarketcal and Coingecko can assist us, right? But we want to use 3 main tools or websites to help us do this research. The first one is called Messari, the next one is called Binance Research, and the final one is called ICO Drops. Okay, and I'm going to leave the links to all these websites in the description so you can check it out. Now, one main thing is that when you are using these resources, be sure to take notes and write down any questions you might have, because we are going to look at another step that might answer all the questions that you have. So first of all, let's go to Messari. Messari. So I think I have it opened up. So this is Messari. This is a very great website if you want to do extensive research on any crypto project. Okay, so you can see that the cryptos are all here. And then we have research. So we have research, all topics, and the cryptos there. So what we are going to do is that we are going to look for the illustrative example for this video, and that illustrative example is Tezos. So you can just use the search button and type Tezos. You can see it here. So we wait for it to load, and when it comes, one of the main things we are very interested in here is the history of this cryptocurrency, something we call the tokenomics, the token allocation, the timeline of the project, the future development, and the funding milestones. Okay, so in order to get all this kind of information, we are going to come to profile. Anytime you come to Messari, just come and check our profile. So we click on profile. So here, this is where the due diligence comes in. We are going to take time to read about the history of the project. So here we read here, that Tezos is a multi-purpose blockchain and all that. We read about the history. So we are finding out what the project is about and how it works. Very, very important second step. We move down, read about it, read as much as you can. How it started, the mainnet launch and all that. And we go into the organizations, the issuing organization. So we know that there's a foundation called Tezos Foundation. Then we move down. So what is Tezos? You can find roadmap. Okay, you find the roadmap here and everything. It's extensive. You can find the contributors. And one thing is that take note to find out the people who are mainly involved in the project so that we can research on them. So we have Arthur Bateman, Caitlin Bateman. All right. So I've noted that down because we're going to research on that. Now we go down. You can read about their advisors. These are the advisors. Yeah, token economics, what what is actually giving value to Tezos. So you can read about it here. The technology behind it, right? This is a smart contract crypto. So you read as you want. Governance. So this is basically, and the regulation, very, very important. So when you come to Messari, you do well to read a lot about the project, and then be sure to jot down the names of the founders and all that. So you do that for any project you want to find out about. You use the search button, and then always remember to go to so there are so many projects in here. You can see Cardano, you can see Solana, all assets, Ethereum. We have so many projects here, so you do well to find out. So these are all the assets. So whatever assets that you want to find out about, if you don't see it here, you just type it in the search button. So this is Messari. I want us to go look at Binance Research. Now, Binance Research usually uses a more technical approach to doing this. So when you come here, this is Binance Research. Okay, so they do a lot of research about projects and everything you need to know about the project, right? So when you come here you can make good use of the search button, and then we are looking for Tezos, so we type Tezos. You replace Tezos with whichever project you want to research into. So when you come here yes, there's a whole lot of information you can know. Tezos is a blockchain and all that. What is this about? What is Tezos? Key features. So read as much as you can. You may not have to read everything, but skim through, but ensure that you have a good grasp of what it's about and how it works. All right. So the economics, the supply, the project team, right? So we have the project team also here. So read as much as you can. All right. Now, so this is we've looked at Messari, we looked at Binance Research. The last website I mentioned was ICO Drops, and this websites kind of keep track of all cryptos from the ICO stage to when they were launched and all that. So when you come here, we have active ICOs, upcoming ICOs, and ended ICOs. Obviously, Tezos will be found here. Okay, so all we can do is just to search also. So let's search for an ICO. We look for Tezos. Right. So we search for Tezos. So I think the internet is a bit slow. Okay. All right. So we get to find out all the information concerning Tezos. Okay. When their token sale ended, the amount of money they raised. Here we have links to their websites and their white paper. We'll come to this later. And then you get to know the current price, market capitalization, 24-hour volume, the returns so far since their ICO, when the token sale took place, and everything that you need to know. So these three websites, Messari.com, Binance Research, and ICO Drops, will help you with the second step. And kindly do all to ensure that you write down all people who are directly linked to the project. Okay, and for this place, why it's important is that sometimes you need to even go to as much as knowing how the tokens were allocated. That is why we come to the ICO Drops, okay, to know how the tokens were allocated and everything. Because anytime you want to invest in any project, you need to ensure that at least majority of the tokens are not in the hands of a few people, okay, or the people who founded the project, but are in the hands of the community. So this is because if majority of the coins or tokens are in the hands of the founders, when the price begins to rise, they can just sell it off, and this will prevent the coin from going as high as it could otherwise go, right? So these are the two steps. This is the second step. First step is checking if it's economically active. Next one is finding out how it works and all that, what it's about, the founders and all that, right? So with this out of the way, with the first and second step out of the way, that we have a good grasp of how this project works, we are going into the next step. And with the next step, what does it say? All right, so we are on step 3. And what does step 3 say? So since you remember to write down the names of the key individuals involved in the project, The next task is that you want to find the most recent interviews they have done on YouTube. Okay, so you want to go find out the people who are involved in the project and the most recent interviews they have done on YouTube. Now, one thing is that watching these interviews with the key members of the crypto project offer you a lot of information that you will not find anywhere. Okay, so if I remember rightly, two names I saw were Arthur Braidman and Caitlin Braidman. Those are the contributors to the project. So we head on to YouTube, go to YouTube, and we search for Arthur Braidman. Let's see if we find Arthur Braidman. Okay, we see that. So when we come here, yes, this is Arthur Braidman, a contributor to the project. He has his own YouTube channel, so you can scan through the various insights and information about the project here. You can watch them, and the pro tip is that you don't need to watch everything. Okay, just select a few videos and then watch it in speed, times 2 or times 3 speed, but ensure that you are grasping some things here. You could also explore other YouTube channels that have information about the author, the contributor, the founders, and then what they are about. Okay, so this is Arthur Braidman. You could also check for Caitlin Braidman. I think I have searched for that already, so we just check them out. So yeah, so we have Arthur Braidman and Caitlin Braidman. This is a Coinbase interview, so you could watch as many as you want. And one important thing is that watching the brains behind the project in action, okay, will give you a sense whether you are dealing with the next best thing, or you're just dealing with a scam. Okay, and another pro tip is that you can go check out the LinkedIn profiles of these people to see if their credentials have any merit. And one final thing is that we try to search for the official YouTube channel of the project. Okay, so this project is Tezos. Whatever project you are searching for, you do the same thing. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this is not official. So as you can see, there are so many reviews from other people's channels, so you can just take a look at that and then learn a thing or two. But let's go to the official YouTube channel. I just hope that I could find that. Okay, so this is the official YouTube channel. This is Tezos. These are the videos, so you can just scan through, and I believe that this explainer video can do a lot if you want to. So whatever project you come for, you find it on the tube. If it is Ethereum, you just type Ethereum, Cardano, whatever it is, you just search for it, and that will be great. And remember that this particular step is going to help you just get in touch with these people who are behind the project, what their visions are, and what they are actually looking for the project. Nice. So after this third step, what is the next step to take? So we are done. We've gone through step 1. Just a recap. We looked at step 1, where we checked if it was economically active. We looked at step 2, how it works. We went to step 3. We went to YouTube to check out the latest videos of this of the founders and people who are closely linked to the project to see what exactly they are saying concerning the project. Now, the final step, step 4. Now we are going to fact check everything we have learned so far, okay, from all the previous steps. Now, this can be done by digging through something we call the white paper, and it is so essential. If you are investing in any project and they don't have a white paper, I'm sorry to say that even that step is even a very, very, very big red flag, because getting a white paper is so essential. And not just getting a white paper, you need to even check if the white paper has not been plagiarized, because many projects, people come up with projects and they just plagiarize white paper, and then they say they have a white paper and all that. All right, so one where we can find a white paper is the official website of the project. So whatever project you want to research into, go on to Google, find out if they have a website. And it is very important that these projects have websites, because that is where you can find a lot of information about it. So we are going to check out the website of this project. So in my example, we are using Tezos. So we're going to look for the website of Tezos. So, right, this is the website of Tezos. Really nice. It's good to also check out how professional the website of the project is really, really vital. So this tells us when we come here, okay, you have the opportunity to learn or you want to build. So whatever you want to do, you can direct you there. So what it tells us, you can find out more information about the project also here. Apart from Messari, Binance Research, and ICO Drops, you can actually come to the official website to find more information about it. So me tells us what it's about, a community governed technology vision, and these are the various upgrades they had, Granada, Florence. So you read about these things. But we came here for one main thing, okay? So here, mostly below, you can also find their social media. So it is important that you can go and visit their socials, check how active they are there. And for here, we are interested in the white paper. So we click on the white paper. All right, so you can download that. So let me download that and let's get into it. Okay, so on the white paper, so you're going to find a lot of information. You have the content here to guide you if you're looking for anything. So the white paper is important because this is the official documents that you can fact check everything that they have written on YouTube or they have written on some other blog somewhere. This is where you really come to learn more about it. Don't worry if some of them look technical, but of course there are some explanations that you can easily flow through. So apart from the white paper, how can we also fact check another thing? Another thing we are going to use is their roadmap, and that we found on their website. Okay, so you can check out the roadmap. What exactly did they say they will do? Okay, and you can also look at the roadmap on the white paper, and then you come and check on in reality what have they been able to do. Are they really focused on the project or they are distracted? Okay, so these you come and look through these and see if actually what they said they will do that. You can also go to Medium to look on their blog if they have a blog to do that. Another thing is that you can check the news. Okay, very, very important to check the news. What has been happening with the projects lately? So skimming through the headlines of a cryptocurrency project's blog is important. Okay, and also it is good to check on the news to see if there are any upcoming events or partnerships which have the ability to have an impact on the price. Truth is, in cryptocurrency, yes, technicals are important, but the fundamentals are really, really important because the news can just come out and then affect the price. I think a few days ago, was it 2 days ago? A few days ago, there was a news about Walmart's partnership with Litecoin, which was a hoax. It was not true. Okay, but the price of Litecoin shot up so much, and when Walmart came out to clarify it, it came back down. So that is how news affects it. Upcoming events and news can really affect it. So how do you find out the news? There are some news outlets that you can see. The first one I can recommend is you can use Cointelegraph. When you come here, you can find all news, the news of what's going on in the crypto space. Specifically, you can search for a particular project you are looking for, so that you can see the news that has been surrounding that particular project. Okay, so let me just type Tezos, since that's a project which is our illustrative example. Let's see what's going to turn out. So we have some news 4 days ago. All right, so Tezos face correction. We have some more news on there. So read about it, get to know if the project is really doing what they are saying or they wrote in their white paper. Okay, are they really making the progress that they claim they are going to do? Because it's really important. If the team goes to sleep, the project will be stalled, right? So you check the news. Right. Another news website you can use is Decrypt. You can check Decrypt. I think I've not opened Decrypt, but I'll leave that in the description. Another very cool tool you can use is CryptoPanic. And CryptoPanic is really cool because it's a news aggregator, so that you don't need to move from one crypto news site to another. CryptoPanic kind of aggregates all the news on the various websites. So you come here 1 hour ago, 20 minutes ago, you get to know all the trending news in the crypto space. Here too, you can make good use of the search button to see that particular project you're interested in. What is the news concerning it? Are there really anything going on? Is there anything remarkable? going on concerning the project. So you can search for Tezos. You wait for it to load up. Okay, so now this is news about Tezos. So we have 20 hours ago, there was also a tweet about it. So you can even look at the tweets going on, not only the news, but the tweets and everything. Okay, so this is one good way of keeping track of what is actually going on, fact checking what is actually going on, right? Then the final thing is that you can use a certain website called Coinmarketcal. And with Coinmarketcal, it keeps you updated on events. Now, events are really, really important in crypto, because an upcoming event can have an effect on the price of a particular cryptocurrency. So you come here, and these are all the events, upcoming events concerning various cryptocurrencies. All right, so you can just search for a particular crypto. In our case here, as I said, our example is Tezos. Whatever projects that you're interested in, just search for it. And let's see, am I going to see Tezos this quickly? All right, so just search for it. It may be that there may not be any upcoming news to events, sorry. So if that's the case, that's not a problem. So you just search for it. Okay, so all these are other crypto projects and their upcoming events. Eternity Chain Cardano is having an event on 18th September. Yeah, that's today. Yeah, so you can just search for the news, and these news have an effect on the price of a particular crypto, right? So in summary, this has been a 4-step process in doing your own research. You could go to a more extensive extent in all these things, but this is just a simple 4-step process you can do, and this is going to well inform you about a particular project that you want to get into. All right, so in conclusion, I don't want this video to be too long, so in conclusion, you need to take note that this is not a foolproof method, okay, but it will obviously help you to make a more informed decisions. Okay, so this is very important, that it's not a foolproof method that once you go through everything, now you can YOLO all your life savings into it. No, this is just going to open your eyes and enlighten you. At least a little knowledge is better than no knowledge at all. All right, so trading crypto is highly risky and speculative, so always invest as much as you can afford to lose. So I do really hope that this video has been really helpful, and we are not going to end up like our friend here. So from this video, we have learned how to do our own research. Kindly try and practice this on projects. Do not just FOMO into buying projects without really understanding what it really entails. Thank you for making time to watch this video. If you have any questions, kindly drop it in the comment section below. Also, you can also drop any topics that you would like to learn. Kindly do well to leave a like if you found this video to be useful, and then subscribe to the channel. You could also join our community, where we usually have some weekly Zoom meetings to explain interesting concepts and trending issues in the crypto space. Link to the community is found in the description box. Thank you very much for making time, and see you in the next one. Peace out.